Okay, so I've finished sanding with 4,000. Again, I went 1,500, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000. So I'm going to start buffing on this and put 4 drops in the corners. This is coarse buffing compound, or heavy. Usually start at number 1, spread it, do a small area, and then move it up to 6. Okay, this buffing compound, you're supposed to put it on, work it from opaque to clear, and not let it dry out. The old buffing compound, you just kind of buff it till it was powdered off and was gone. Not this stuff. So that's one shot. See the difference? One shot or one pass with heavy compound, and it's looking pretty good already. Just one pass. So I use the coarse pad, and then I'll go over it with the wool pad afterwards, and then I'll do medium, and eventually I'll polish the car, but I won't polish it until after I'm done, for the most part, assembling it. So I'm going to hit that one more time. Again, I go, supposed to do 4 quarter inch size dots. This got adjustable, so I'll leave it on 6 and just start it slow. There's 2 passes. See, the second time around, I've just about got all my scratches out. Just a few more yet. Pretty good picture, huh? Okay, I'm gonna put her on time lapse, finish this, buffing this roof out, and then I'll move on down the side. But you can see, hopefully the camera's picking it up, the areas that's buffed and where it's not. You can still see the sand scratches in there. So sometimes I have to go back and chase some of these 1,500 out. Those are 25 right there, but those should buff out. So okay, keep pushing along here. Okay, so I'm done with the coarse. Now I'm going to do the medium. So I changed the pad for that. I'm going to do this without the mask on, just to show you. Then I use a different towel for each compound. One for the heavy, one for the medium, one for the polish when I do that. What do you think? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I think that looks pretty good. The paint anyways. Okay, so I'm gonna put her in on time-lapse again and finish the top with the medium cut. And then I'm gonna move on down, so. Okay. Got the top done, down to medium, and so now I'm going to work my way down this quarter panel, starting at the top and going down. First thing I'm going to do is wash all this buffing compound that came off the roof. Wash that off first. Then I'm going to do the same process is what I did on the top. And that's starting with 1500, 2500, 3000, 4000 buff it. And hopefully you can see assuming you can see my reflection here. It's a little fuzzy. Looks pretty good though, but once I sand this and buff it, we'll compare what it looks like now to what it does when I'm finished. I sanded it with 1500, 2500, 3000, and 4000. So this is ready to buff. This area here, I stopped here, didn't do anything to this. So this is still out of the paint gun. I'm going to buff this area. I'm going to use the wool pad on this starting with because it's rounded off, or the panel's not flat, so I don't like using that stiff pad there on radiuses. I'll use it on this one, but not on the big one. So I'm starting with heavy cut, and I'm not going to wear my respirator just for this little demonstration here, but it's always a good idea to wear one. Just made about, 4 or 5 passes across that. Look how good that looks already. It's just going over it one time. I mean, basically 4 or 5 passes, but that's not medium cut or nothing. So hopefully you can see the difference. The clarity here is much better than what it was when I started. I look a little like a clown with this thing on, but hey, hopefully it's picking it up and you're getting a good view of the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and finish buffing this top part. Okay, there we go. That panel's medium cut buffed. Tell me if you can tell a difference between this and the one that I showed earlier. Before I start wet sanding and buffing, I always like to make sure my paper's still on there, because you can see the water running down. To keep it clean on the inside, I left all the paper intact. Okay, done buffing. Turned out pretty nice, I think. Jams look good, the rockers look good. Still got to polish it, touch up a couple things yet. But otherwise, looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. Got a little dust on it yet. This camera really picks up the dust. It's not in the paint, it's on the paint from sitting in my shop here. So we get some nice weather this week. I'm going to put that outside. I get some help, push it outside once and get my lights in and gas cap in. That'll make it look good.